Good evening. Thank you. 1 year ago, I introduced my father when he declared his candidacy. In his own way, and through his own sheer force of will, he sacrificed freely to enter the political arena as an outsider, and he rebelled against a few of 16 very talented competitors. For more than a year, Donald Trump has been the people's champion, and tonight, he's the people's nominee. Like many of my fellow millennials, I do not consider myself categorically Republican or Democrat. More than party affiliation, I vote based on what I believe is right for my family and for my country. Sometimes it's a tough choice. That's not the case this time. As the proud daughter of your nominee, I am here to tell you that this is the moment, and Donald Trump is the person to make America right again. Real change, the kind we have not seen in decades, is only going to come from outside the system, and it's only going to come from a man who spent his entire life doing what others said could not be done. My father is a fighter. When the primaries got top and they were top, he did what any real leader does. He dug deeper, worked harder, got better, and became stronger. I have seen him fight for his family. I have seen him fight for his employees. I have seen him fight for his company. Now I am seeing him fight for our country. It's been the story of his life and more recently the spirit of his campaign. It's also a prelude to reaching the goal that unites us all. When this party, and better still this country, to know what it's like to win again. If it is possible to be famous and yet not really well done, that destroys the father who raised me. In the same office in Trump Tower, where we know now together, I remember laying on the floor by my father's desk, constructing miniature buildings with the Legos and erasers. Well, he did the same with concrete, steel, and glass. My father taught my siblings and me the importance of positive values and a strong ethical compass. He showed us how to be resilient, how to deal with challenges, and how to strive for excellence. That's all we do. He taught us there's nothing that we cannot accomplish if we marry vision and passion with enduring work ethic. One of my father's greatest talents is the ability to see potential in people before they see it in themselves. It's well like that for us growing up. He taught us that potential balances into nothing without effort. And like him, we each had a responsibility to work not for ourselves, but the betterment of the world around us. Over the years, on too many occasions to count, I saw my father tease stories out of the newspaper about the people whom he had never met, who had were facing interested or hardship. He would write a note of his assistant in a signature black velvet pen and request that the person who found it invited to Trump Tower. He would talk to them and it draw upon its extensive network to find them a job. And that would lead his message, and people often do after having been with Donald Trump, feeling that life could be right again. My entire life, I have witnessed his empathy and generosity towards others, especially those who are suffering. It's just his way of being in your corner when you're down. My father not only had the strength and ability necessary to be our next president, but also the kindness and compassion that will enable him to be the leader that his country needs. My father has a sense of fairness that touches every conviction he owns. I worked alongside of him for now more than a decade now at the job organizations and have seen how he operates as a leader, making important decisions that shape careers and that change lives. I learned a lot about the work from working constructions by his side, went from properly construction styles and true meritocracies. Competence in the building trades is easy to form, and incompetence is impossible to hide. These sites are also incredible melting pots, gathering people on all walks of life and uniting them to work towards a single mission. There are always the men of background and insist on my father's subjects, and long before it was commonplace, you also saw women. My father values talent. He recognizes real knowledge and skill when he finds it. He is colorblind and gender neutral. He has the best person for the job, period. Words and promises, no matter how visionary they sound, will only get you so far. In our business, you're not a builder unless you got building to show for it. On my father's case, city skylines. Most people try their entire lives to achieve great success in a single industry. My father has succeeded in many on the higher level and on global scale. One of the reasons he has prized entrepreneurs is because he listens to everyone. Billionaires executives don't usually ask people doing for their opinion of the work. My father is an exception. On every one of his projects, you see him talking to Super, the painter, the engineer, the electricians. He asks them for their feedback. If they think something should be done differently, it can be done better. When Donald Trump is in charge, on its ability, effort, and excellence. This has been long philosophy the term organization. At my father's company, there are more female than male executives. Women are paid equally for the work that we do, and when a woman becomes mother, she is supported, not shut out. Women represent 46% of the total U.S. labor force, and 40% of American households have female primary breadwinners. In 2014, women made 83 cents for every dollar paid by men. Single women without children earn 84 cents for each dollar, where married mothers made only 77 cents. As researchers have noticed, gender is no longer the factor creating the greatest wage disparity in this country, but the whole city. As president, my father will change the labor laws were put into play as time women were a significant portion of the workforce, and he will focus on making quality care affordable, accessible for all. As a mother myself of three young children, I know how hard it is to work while raising a family, and I also know that I'm far more fortunate than most. American families need relief. Policy that allow women with children with hiring should not be novelties, it should be the norm. Politicians talk about wage equality, but my father has made a artist and a hit company throughout his entire career. He will fight for equal pay, for equal work, and I will fight for this too, right alongside of him. American students need an economy that permits people to rise again. A Trump presidency will turn the economy around and restore the American tradition of giving each new generation hard-fought brighter opportunities than those of the generation that came before. In Donald Trump, you have a candidate who knows the difference between wanting something done and making it happen. When my father says that we will build a tower, keep an eye on the skyline. Floor by floor, a soaring structure will appear, usually record setting is A and iconic in its design. Real people are hired to do real work. Vision becomes reality. When my father says that he will make America right again, he will deliver. We have a chance this year to reclaim our heritage as a country that's really big and makes the big possible happen. Fortunately, Donald Trump is incapable of thinking small. When I was a child, my father always told me, if you're good thinking anyway, you might as well think big. Then, my father will take on the bold and worthy funds. He will be unafraid to set lofty goals, and he will be relentless in his determination to achieve them. To people all over America, I say, when you have my father in your corner, you will never again have to worry about being let down. He will fight for you all the time, all the way, every time. Maybe it's the developer in him, but Donald Trump cannot stand to see empty main streets and boarded up factories. He can bear the injustice of college graduates, of rape by students and mothers who can afford a mature care, required to return to what better the lives of their families. All the politicians to see the hardship, see the unfairness of your own, and they say, I feel for you. Only my father will say, I fight for you. The hardworking men and women in this country identify with my father. He stopped and he persevering his knowledge and his thrill. He estimate and his relentless believer in America and all of her potential. He loves his family and he loves his country with heart and his soul. Politicians are to be judged by their promises, not their results. I ask you to judge my father by his results, judge the values by the soul he's into his children, judge the competency by towers he built, the companies he founded, and the tens of thousands of jobs he created. He is the most qualified as a chief executive of the $18 trillion economy. My father, we count upon the best and brightest people from all spheres of industry and both sides aside, a new set of thinkers to face our country's existing future problems with fresh perspective and brand new solutions. Come January 17, all things will be possible again. We can hope and dream and think big again. No one's had more faith in the American people than my father. He will be your greatest, your truest, and your most loyal champion. This is the fighter, the doer that you have chosen as your nominee in ways no one expected. This moment in the life of our country has defined our mission, and even through an extraordinary man is ready to see it on the way through, to speak to every man and every woman of every background in every part of this great country, to earn your trust and to earn your vote. Here that and much more from the long time ago, I loved and respected him my entire life, and I could not be more proud tonight to present to you and to all of America my father, our next president, Donald J. Trump.